Balancing dreams and reality, Anna and Liam's quest for a family home. Welcome back to the Hard Money Show, where we unravel the tangled threads of finances and dreams, one story at a time. Today, we're stepping into the world of Anna and Liam, a couple living the quintessential modern dilemma. They're not your high-flying tycoons or your down-and-out strugglers. They're just like you and me. A family trying to make ends meet and dreaming of a slice of the home ownership pie. Their journey is a familiar tune to many, starting off in a one-bedroom apartment, a space of love and compromise, then to a two-bedroom as their family sprouted with the birth of their first child, a boy who turned their world upside down, in a good way of course. And then came their little girl, and with her, the move to a rented house, a place that's become a mosaic of their love, laughter, and the occasional sibling squabble. But here's the crux. That house, with walls echoing their children's growth, is bursting at the seams. They're yearning for more space, a yard where their kids can chase butterflies and fall asleep under the stars, a neighborhood where their school buses are filled with potential best friends. They want a better school district, a community where their kids can thrive. It's the dream, right? But oh, the reality. Their budget is a jigsaw puzzle with pieces that don't quite fit. Anna's job is essential, yet it barely covers the skyrocketing childcare costs. And Liam, with his steady job, is the anchor. But even that doesn't seem enough in this pricey housing market. It's like they're on a seesaw, balancing dreams on one end and a harsh financial reality on the other. The question that keeps them up at night: are they destined to be renters forever? Can they break through the barriers and provide that idyllic life for their family? Or is this dream of homeownership just that, a dream? So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into this real-life saga of balancing dreams, dollars, and diapers. It's a roller coaster, my friends, but aren't all the best stories? Who they are. Let's dive deeper into the lives of our main characters. Meet Anna, a fresh-faced teacher in a small town, newly minted from school and full of ideas. She's the kind of teacher who decorates her classroom with bright posters and believes in every child's potential. But Anna's heart carries a weight, a pang of guilt. While she spends her days nurturing the minds of other children, she can't be there for her own kids as much as she'd like. And then there's Liam. Picture a young, ambitious electrician. Tools in hand, ready to light up the world, one wire at a time. He's relatively new to the trade, but is quickly making a name for himself. His hands are skilled and his mind is sharp. Every day is a step closer to mastering his craft. Liam's job is more than just a paycheck. It's a passion, a pathway to a future where he can provide his family with all the comforts they deserve. But as much as he's climbing up his career, the financial ladder seems to stretch endlessly above them. Together, Anna and Liam paint a portrait of a young couple at the cusp of their lives, their careers just beginning to blossom. They share a dream, a home where they can watch their kids grow, play, and learn. A place where Anna can read bedtime stories without the weight of the guilt in her heart. And Liam can hang pictures on the wall they can call their own. But it's a dream that feels just out of reach. With Anna's modest teacher salary and Liam's growing yet still budding electrician income. They stand together, a testament to young families everywhere, facing the daunting world of financial decisions and adult responsibilities. It's a journey filled with hope and hurdles, dreams and reality checks. And as they look towards the horizon, with its promise of a home and a life filled with their own family's laughter and love, one can't help but root for them. Will they find their way to the home of their dreams, or will the harsh realities of life keep that dream just beyond their grasp? The starting point. Picture this. It's a bleak, rainy day, the kind that seems to cast a gloomy shadow over everything. It's a typical scene in Anna and Liam's modest rented house. The weather outside is dreary, but inside, their two young children are a whirlwind of energy. The living room, a makeshift playground, is alive with the sounds of their laughter and playful shouts. Their little feet pounding against the floor as they chase each other around, but the pitter-patter of raindrops against the window underscores a tense atmosphere. Liam is knee-deep in his weekend warrior battle against the never-ending list of repairs. Today, it's a stubborn kitchen cabinet he's fixing, just one of the many things he does to keep their rent down. Liam pauses every now and then to ensure the kids don't bump into his toolbox. The joy on their face is a stark contrast to the growing list of repairs he has to tackle. As he works, his mind wanders to the leak he forgot to fix in the garage roof last week. It's like the house is falling apart faster than he can patch it up. Each repair is a stark reminder of their precarious living situation. Anna, sitting at the kitchen table surrounded by her teaching materials, tries to focus, but the noise and chaos makes it nearly impossible. The kids' innocent playfulness is heartwarming, but also a constant reminder of the cramped space they're all squeezed into. She watches them, her heart swelling with love, but also weighed down by the reality of their living situation. It's the laughter and shrieks of the kids playing that triggers something in Anna. She turns to Liam, her voice struggling to rise above the din. "We need more space, Liam," she says, her eyes sweeping across the small, cluttered room. "The kids are growing, and this house, it's just not enough anymore." Liam, his hands still busy with the cabinet, nods in agreement. He raises his voice slightly to be heard above the kids' joyous uproar. "I know, but the cost of houses here, it's insane. Plus my buddy was saying rates went up. And with your job barely covering childcare, how can we stretch our budget any further?" The dilemma. This is where the problem truly lies. Amidst the laughter and energy of their children, Anna and Liam are faced with a harsh reality. Anna's career as a teacher is more than just a job. It's a passion. But it comes with a financial burden. The cost of childcare is a looming cloud, nearly nullifying her income. "I've been thinking," Anna says, her voice laced with a mix of resignation and hope. "Maybe I should quit my job. I love teaching, but if I'm working just to pay for childcare, what's the point?" Liam frowns, setting aside his tools to give Anna his full attention. "But if you quit, what about our dream of buying a house? We need both incomes to qualify for a mortgage, right?" His voice carries a mix of concern and practicality, mirroring the uncertainty that has been their constant companion. The conversation hangs in the air, weighed down by the balance of their dream against the hard realities of their situation. Their current home, filled with the noise and cramped space, is a daily reminder of what they're missing, but the thought of moving brings its own set of fears and uncertainties. Anna, looking out the rain-streaked window, voices her worries. "And where would we even move? We need a good school district for the kids, somewhere they can make friends easily, but we also have to stay close to our jobs. We know this area, we're comfortable here." Liam nods, understanding the depth of their dilemma. It's not just about finding a bigger place. It's about our kids' future, their education, and there's our community, our jobs. Uprooting all that, it's... It's scary. They both know that moving isn't just a change of address. It's a leap into the unknown, a step into a future filled with both potential and risk. The comfort of familiarity battles with the need for more space, a better environment for their growing family. But aren't we already struggling here? Anna adds, her voice teemed with frustration and hope. We can't keep living in a place where the kids don't even have enough room to play. And what about when they start school? Don't we want the best for them? The room falls silent again, the only sound being the rhythmic tapping of rain against the windows. They're both lost in thought, weighing their limited options, the comfort of the known against the possibilities of the unknown. It's Liam who finally breaks the silence, his voice firm yet tingled with hope. Maybe it's time we talk to somebody who knows about this stuff, he suggests, looking at Anna. Someone who can guide us through our options, help us find clarity amidst this chaos. Anna nods, a sense of relief mixed with apprehension in her eyes. Yes, let's do that. We need someone who can help us understand what's possible, what's practical. We can't keep going in circles like this. With this decision, a faint glimmer of hope begins to emerge against their worries. They're ready to take the next step, to seek guidance, to explore the possibilities that lie beyond their current struggles. They know the journey won't be easy, but for their family, for their children's future, it's a step they're willing to take. Anna's face, momentarily shadowed by the day's gloom, lights up at the suggestion. Mac the mortgage man? She asks, recalling a colleague's recommendation. He helped them figure out their mortgage in a similar situation. Maybe he can help us make sense of our options too. With a mix of apprehension and a flicker of hope, Anna and Liam decide to seek out Mac's expertise. Their journey stands at a pivotal point, one that could either open the door to a new home or leave them navigating the complexities of their current life. But they are resolute, ready to explore every path, every possibility, in pursuit of a better, more spacious life for their family. Meeting Mac the mortgage man. A week later, there's an air of cautious optimism as Anna and Liam find themselves in a cozy corner of a local coffee shop, waiting to meet Mac the mortgage man. It's the first time they're meeting him in person, but they already had a preliminary phone call where they discussed the basics. Mac arrives a few minutes early. As he waits, he recalls their phone conversation. Even in that brief interaction, he had managed to gather some key information. He mentally reviewed the checklist he had asked them for on the phone. W-2s, check. Recent pay stubs, check. Bank statement, check. He sat there and made sure to prepare their pre-qualification document. As a seasoned loan officer and realtor, he knows the value of coming to a meeting well prepared. So while waiting, Mac pulls out a folder from his bag. Inside are some potential areas for them to consider, based on their brief phone conversation. He puts together a list of neighborhoods that might suit their needs, good schools, family-friendly communities, and with a reasonable commute to their workplace. His experience tells him that having these options ready can help make the process less overwhelming for first-time homebuyers. As Anna and Liam approach, Mac notices a flicker of surprise in their eyes. They clearly hadn't expected to meet someone like him, a tall, bulky man with a mix of Mexican and Samoan features, and notably long hair and a dark, bushy beard that seemed to catch them slightly off guard. Mac rises to greet them with a handshake that's both firm and reassuring. His warm welcome immediately puts them at ease. He smiles and begins to share a bit about himself. So, a little about me. I graduated with my master's in media and public relations a lifetime ago. Spent a good chunk of my career in nonprofit, then ventured into a business with a friend. It did well, but I eventually found my calling in real estate. I got my real estate license first, then my loan license. Now I handle business development for our brokerages, coach our team, and work on my own loans and real estate deals. I love this job. It lets me blend my creative side, like photography and videography, with my passion for helping people. A bit like my nonprofit days, I'm still involved with several community nonprofits, but this work, it's another way to make an impact. As Mac talks, Anna and Liam's initial surprise give way to intrigue and then comfort. They lean in, engaged and ready to discuss their own story. But enough about me, Mac says, shifting the focus back to them. Let's talk about you two. First, I wanted to give you a couple of documents. He hands them a folder. This is your pre-qualification. As I mentioned on the phone, it's not a final approval, but it gives us a pretty good idea of what we can work with. He also presents them with a list of properties in various communities, carefully selected to match their needs. These aren't just homes, they're potential communities for your family. They include information about local schools and activities because when buying a home, it's not just about the house. It's about the community, the environment you'll raise the kids in. Exploring options. Mac, fully in his element as a realtor and loan officer, turns his keen attention to Anna and Liam's situation. Let's really dive into this, he begins. About leaving your job, Anna. While it might seem like an option due to the high cost of childcare, we have to consider the big picture. In California, to have both of you on the title, we need to use both of your incomes and credit scores. It's how the system works here, so let's make the most of it. Did you bring your credit reports? They hand over their credit reports, and Max scans them, nodding approvingly. These look good. Nothing here to worry about. The scores you mentioned on the phone from your credit card companies are strong, which is great news, and after looking over your credit reports, there isn't anything that would make me think we wouldn't be in a strong position. It's always surprising how few people know about getting free credit reports from annualcreditreport.com, right? Now, let's talk income and debts, Matt continues. Based on what you both earn, and with the few liabilities that you both have, you could afford a range of houses in several areas. That may not be your dream homes you have in your mind right now, but trust me, we can find something amazing that fits the needs we talked about. And remember, this doesn't have to be your forever home. As your situation changes, and I can help you upgrade for the future. I want to make sure we get you into something your whole family can grow into and have plenty of space to make those family memories. With a practiced eye, Mac reviews their financials again, recalibrating the numbers based on their strong credit score and stable jobs. Good news, he begins. You should qualify for a $350,000 mortgage, and with your excellent credit and solid income, you're eligible for a 3% down conventional loan. These loans are fantastic. They offer flexibility with down payments, and once you've built enough equity, you can remove the private mortgage insurance, which can save you about $100 a month. Best part is, it's a fixed mortgage, which means that the mortgage costs will never change, unlike renting. But always remember that insurance and taxes can go up, but it isn't typically something that happens all the time. He lays out the details clearly. For a $350,000 home, your down payment would be about $10,500. That's just 3% of the purchase price. And let's factor in closing costs, which is approximately 1.5% more, which would be around $5,250. So, in total, you're looking at needing around $15,750 up front. Does that sound manageable for you? Anna and Liam exchange a look of cautious optimism. We've been saving for this, Liam replies. It'll be tight, but we can make it work, especially with a bit of help from Anna's mom. Mac nods, pleased. Excellent. And let's talk about the monthly payment. Even with the current higher rate, your payment for the principal, interest, insurance, and taxes will only be about $100 more per month than your current rent. But the key difference is you'll be building equity in your home. It's like a savings account for your future. Plus, you will have more room. You'll be in a community you love with great schools for your kids, and best of all, you'll have a place to call yours. Max senses their growing enthusiasm, leans in to offer more insight. Now, even though housing prices are up and interest rates are higher than they've been, this market presents unique opportunities for buyers. Sellers are more open to concessions, which can include things like covering some of your closing costs, or offering credits for home repairs, or even buying your rate down. This can significantly reduce your upfront expenses and your monthly expenses. He continues, another thing to consider is buying down the rate. It's an upfront payment that can lower your monthly mortgage rate, and over time, this can save you a lot of money. If we're patient and strategic in our search, we can find a home where these options make financial sense. Mac then addresses another crucial aspect of home ownership. It's also important to factor in the ongoing costs of owning a home. Things like trash, water, waste management, and utilities. These can add up, and sometimes they catch new homeowners off guard. He pauses, letting this sink in, but after discussing what these costs typically are for a family of your size, it looks like you'll be right around where you're currently paying for your rental. That's excellent news, as this means the transition to homeownership won't drastically change your monthly expenditures. And don't forget, Mac adds, the tax benefits of owning a home. While your monthly payment might be a bit higher than your current rent, once you factor in those tax deductions, you could find yourself in a very similar financial position at the end of the year. But now you'll be building equity in your home. Anna and Liam listen intently, absorbing every detail. The prospect of finding a home, one where they can make lasting memories and provide stability for their children, is becoming more tangible with each word. The idea of not only becoming homeowners, but doing so in a financially savvy way brings a sense of hope and excitement that they hadn't felt before. Reflecting on advice. Later that evening, back in their modest home, Anna and Liam sit at their kitchen table, a pot of coffee between them, reflecting on their meeting with Mac. The children are finally asleep, and in the quiet, they begin to process everything they've learned. Anna breaks the silence. Mac really opened our eyes. I guess quitting my job might complicate our mortgage options more than I thought. But the childcare cost, how do we juggle that? Her concerns is evident, the weight of their decisions heavy in her voice. Liam, with a contemplating look, starts brainstorming. We need to think creatively, he said. What about looking for a home with a spare bedroom? Maybe we could rent it out for additional income, or we could find a place closer to your parents. They're always offering to help with the kids. They sit in thoughtful silence for a moment, considering these new ideas. The possibility of renting out part of their home or leaning on family support offers a glimmer of hope in balancing their budget. Mac's advice about the market being affordable for buyers right now is encouraging too, Liam adds. We might be able to get sellers concessions or buy down the interest rate. That could make for a huge difference in what we can afford. Anna nods, her mind racing with possibilities. And the fact that our monthly expenses might not increase significantly is a big relief. We just have to be mindful of the additional costs of owning a home, like utilities and maintenance. Plus the tax benefits, Liam continues, it might balance out at the end of the year, making it almost equivalent to what we pay now in rent. And we'd be building equity in our home. The couple starts to see a clear pathway forward, their initial apprehension giving way to cautious optimism. With Mac's advice, the once daunting prospect of buying a home now seems achievable, a realistic dream they can work towards. We should start looking at those properties Mac suggested, Anna says, a renewed sense of purpose in her voice. And maybe set up a budget, see how we can save for the down payment and closing costs. Liam agrees, feeling a surge of optimism. Yeah, let's do that. We need to see these places in person, get a feel for the neighborhoods, and the budgeting, it's crucial. We should factor in everything, from the mortgage payments to the utility, and even potential future expenses. The night unfolds with them poring over Mac's property list, discussing each option, weighing the pros and cons. The once daunting task of home buying now feels like an adventure they're ready to embark on together, equipped with new knowledge and clear vision of what their future home could be. As they finally head to bed, the conversation continues in hushed tones, their mind alive with possibilities. The dream of owning a home once shrouded in uncertainty now seems within reach, a tangible goal that they're ready to pursue, step by careful step. Closing. As we wrap up today's episode, Anna and Liam remind us of the complexities of financial decisions in real life. They show us that with careful planning, expert advice, and a willingness to explore all options, even the most challenging dreams can be within reach. Thank you for tuning in to the Hard Money Show. Join us next time as we continue to explore the real stories behind the numbers. Remember, every financial journey is unique, and it's all about finding the path that's right for you. Thank you for listening to the Hard Money Show. As always, I appreciate you listening in, but if you would like to support the show, or you would like to know more about your options for real estate and home loans, you can follow me on TikTok or Instagram at Mac_the_mortgage_man. That's Mac_the_mortgage_man. And if you want to talk to me directly, or you want to get more information about your options, you can go to my website, macthemortgageman.com. That's macthemortgageman.com. Tune in for more, and thank you all for your support.